Hello and welcome to Glorious of Miniatures on today, Sunday, the 5th of March, for another Sunday preview. It's quite a large one today, so I won't do the normal sort of intro stuff. We'll just get straight into it. Vashtor and Abaddon's Dark Crusade is going well. They thank you for asking. And the next part of their inscrutable plan unfolds in this week's Sunday preview. The Archifane has now fixed his baleful gaze firmly on the nigh impregnable Fortress Monastery of the Dark Angels. Can the First Legion withstand the assault? This is a crucial next stage in the overarching narrative of Warhammer 40,000, containing the Rock Besieged, a boarding actions campaign with 8 narrative missions containing the story of this climactic raid. There are also additional boarding action rules for Chaos Demons, Necrons, Tyranids, Genestealer cults, the Death Guard, and the Adeptus Mechanicus. Arks of Omen Vashtor is also available in a sumptuous collector's edition with a gorgeous cover embossed with silver foil, printed page edges, and a black ribbon page marker. These editions are only available while stock lasts, so set your own plans in motion. Doesn't say an amount of books that have been done in limited edition, so I guess it's basically just good luck getting it, really. And then, so that is the nice new book. I do like the artwork. This Vashtor's face, there is something about it I do like a lot. Yeah, I like the artwork for it. However, let's go down to Wrath of the Soulforge King. Recreate the pivotal moments of Vashtor's invasion of the Rock with this jam-packed battle box. This is the first place you'll be able to get the models for Vashtor, the Archifane, and Supreme Grandmaster Azrael. Okay, there is a fantastic mini of them both. I like the idea of Vashtor for basically just going to use him as a demon prince, maybe for my Iron Warriors, if that ever happens. However, this set also contains a skittering Venom Crawler, 2 hulking Obliterators, so I'm going to be using that sprue again, and 10 Chaos Cultists who are way out of their depth on Team Vashtor, facing down against 10 Intercessors and 5 Deathwing Terminators who make up Azrael's Honor Guard. You also get 2 Dark Angels Primaris upgrade frames and a set of 155 Dark Angels transfers. That is quite a lot of stuff. Very nice. Got Vashtor dice set here. We got tired of supporting the same old Chaos Gods, wary of the big 4 getting all the attention. Throw your lot in with Vashtor instead with this pack of 15 dice coloured in black and brass, featuring his own special symbol on the 6th face. It's always a good thing. Always get some nice dice. If you have a look down here, we've also got a print. Those who buy Arks of Omen Vashtor, Wrath of the Soulforge King, and the Vashtor dice set together can get all of them in a bundle with an exclusive art print while stocks last. Yeah, I certainly said I'm pretty likely to get the Wrath of the Soulforge King. It's a very tempting purchase. I obviously don't have a huge interest in Dark Angels myself, but to get my hands on Vashtor himself, that might be considering a purchase. I really have to see. I think it's going to be quite a big release today, so let's just get into the next one. That is the boarding patrol Adeptus Mechanicus. This versatile boarding patrol comprises a tech priest Dominus and their loyal bodyguard of 10 Skitarii Vanguard, who can also be used as rangers. You'll also find a cadre of 5 Sicarian infiltrators, who can also be built as Ruststalkers, and a trio of heavily armed Cataphron destroyers, which can also be built as breachers. Okay then, so this could very well be a good way to bulk up your already numerous Adeptus Mechanicus army, or the good way to start an army. Either way, I suspect it'll be a good way to go. And what else do we have down here? We've got the Boarding Patrol Chaos Demons. Even the Chaos Gods have designs on the treasures and opportunities brought by the Arks of Omens. Tearing holes in the warp and unleashing packs of ravenous demons into their claustrophobic depths, this corn-flavoured boarding patrol packs in 10 Fleshhounds, 10 Bloodletters led by Karanak, the Hound of Vengeance. Alright, so you got that 3-headed dog thing, you got the dogs and the Bloodletters. This is more Chaos Demons for your demon pleasure, I guess, of the corn variety, as we've already said. I guess things are going to be heavily corn skewed at the moment. Not really for me, but that is absolutely fine. Not everything has to be for me, unfortunately. And then that moves on to the Boarding Patrol and Death Guard. The Sons of Mortarion are ready to fumigate their local Voidcraft with his bloated boarding patrol led by a putrid Lord of Virulence, his 3 sworn Deathshroud Terminators, and 10 incredibly sturdy Plague Marines who benefit from a corrupted cornucopia of weapon options. Now, this box set might be for me. I've purchased a couple of the previous battle forces for the Death Guard. I don't have any Death Shroud Terminators yet, so this could very well be... This could be a purchase for me. This definitely has my eye for the moment. And yeah, we'll have to see this Saturday. Let's have a little scroll down here. We got the Genestealer cults. Genestealer cults propagate across the galaxy by stowing away in transport vessels and settling in for the long haul, or forcefully commandeering ships. This skilled insurgent team is made up of a Kellamorph, I love that mini, an Abominant, 5 Aberrants, and 10 Acolyte hybrids, who can also be built as hybrid Metamorphs. I don't know, these box sets are seem to be pretty good value for money, I suspect, and certainly a good way to, as I've mentioned before, starting off an army, or indeed continuing to bulk your army out if you've already started with them. And that's pretty much all got to say about these ones. Probably the Death Guard one here has my eye the most, but we'll see when the time comes to it. Moving swiftly on to the Imperial Knights dice set and Chaos Knights dice set. Couple of different sets of dice, red and blue for your preference. Represent your chosen steeds in battle by their noble, be their noble or fallen, with one of these sets of 15 dice. Both feature a helmed icon on the 6th face, and an Imperial Knight gets a 2-tone blue dice with silvery pips, while the Chaos Knights get a red 2-tone dice with golden pips. Oh, very nice. So well, I guess I get the red ones if I was going to get one out of this one. I do have some Chaos Knights knocking around somewhere. And then we can move on to Middle-earth Strategy Battle Game. Faramir, Madril, and Damrod, Rangers of Athelion. All right, we've got some very snazzy-looking miniatures here. I don't know how old these are. Oh, these dynamic new sculpts of Faramir, Madril, and Damrod. Rangers of Athelion were first found in the incredible Lord of the Rings Battle of Osgiliath box set. We saw that earlier. These versatile and mighty heroes are now available together in their own box, each with a choice of ruins or wooded scenery for their base. So we got some new stuff for Lord of the Rings, the Middle-earth strategy game. I never got into this. I missed the boat on this one, I suspect. Too busy dreaming about more time, unfortunately. However, for folks who are interested in this game, we've got some more minis for you. If you didn't get that Battle of Osgiliath box set. And then, along with that, we've got Gothmog, a lieutenant of Sauron. He is mounted and also just on his legs, which is fun. Hot on the heels is Gothmog, lieutenant of Sauron, who comes in a versatile 2-pack, featuring the twisted and scarred Orc general both on foot and atop a slobbering, bloodthirsty Warg mount. Both versions come with a choice of sword or mace, plus an optional shield. You can even dismount Gothmog to field his Warg on its own. Oh, that's pretty cool. I've got no idea how that goes in-game, but, it's good to have variety, right? And let's have a scroll down to, the Typhon Heavy Siege Tank is coming up for sale this Saturday. Well, I've got the first thing I'm definitely buying. My Imperial Fists need a Typhon Heavy Siege Tank, and, I'm going to be getting it. So this is fantastic stuff. Bring even bigger guns to bear in the age of darkness with the Typhon Heavy Siege Tank. Designed to suit the battle plans of Perturabo himself, this modified Land Raider sports a frankly massive Dreadhammer siege cannon that can reduce buildings to rubble and flatten whole squads. I've been wanting to get one of these for a while, and I've been putting it off for so long that they've actually brought it out in plastic. Evidently, I hope they're going to do that with the Mastodon as well. We know the Cerberus is coming out as well, which is the sort of, I don't know, brother or sister of this one, which has the Volkite cannon things. The Volkite? Anyway, big laser destroyers. We've also got the Exodus, the one who is many. So it's this rather sweet-looking sniper weapon-carrying Alpha Legion miniature. That was the whole sentence. The premier assassin of the Alpha Legion is identified only as Exodus, in his master sniper one man or many sharing the same appearance. Confound your opponent with the baffling implications of this chicanery before plugging their high-value targets right in the beaky with the help of this shadowy Death Dealer. It's a sweet-looking mini. Not really into Alpha Legion, but that could be quite a fun one to paint. Followed up by the Traitor Esoterrorist console. I do love this pose. I do like a lot of the Heresy stuff, I've been coming to realise. Towards the end of the Horus Heresy legions on both sides, but traitors with by far the most enthusiasm began to field Esoterrus in their army. Librarians who had dabbled in forbidden lore, tapping into the power of the warp, these Space Marines use the Empyrean as a weapon, tearing holes in reality to fling arcane bolts at their foes and summon hordes of howling demons. Excellent stuff. So that's been released as well. The Raven Guard were the first legion to test the new ubiquitous Mark VI Corvus pattern armor. These upgrades let you equip your units with retro-style prototype helmets and shoulder pads embellished with their Corvine emblem. To be honest, I was already under the impression these had been released. I completely dropped the ball on that one. I think I said to someone in the comments that I thought these were already released. I don't know what was going on in my brain when I typed that. I do apologize. This coming week they'll be out, along with the Alpha Legion Mark VI upgrades. Got the helmets and shoulder pads as well. Though masters of subterfuge and disguise, the Alpha Legion nevertheless had their own heraldry when waging war. Outfit your troops with helmets and shoulders that feature the intricate patterns and writhing Hydra motif of the 20th Legion. Sweet, that's good stuff. Followed up by some character head upgrade sets. We got 2 different packs. All right, you're not getting 30 heads here, unfortunately. We are getting 2 separate packs of 15. Looking at these, I'll be getting the one on the left. I like the one particularly on the bottom row in the center with that vicious scar over his mouth. Add loads of extra characters to your Horus Heresy squads and leaders with the 2 packs of 15 unique resin heads, compatible with a huge range of plastic and resin Space Marine kits, such as the Mark VI Tactical Squad. There are all manner of interesting haircuts, facial expressions, bionics, and war gear represented across the 30 heads, giving you unparalleled customization for your Legionnaires. Yep, so we're getting 2 different head packs of, heads, unsurprisingly, and different hairstyles and all that kind of stuff. I will just be getting one for now. I generally like to keep the sort of bare heads for sergeants and characters and that sort of thing, so don't have too many army of those in an army of predominantly tanks, so I won't need too many of these, thankfully. White Dwarf. March's issue of White Dwarf is packed with loads of awesome features, including printed rules for the new Warhammer Age of Sigmar Regiments of Renown, multiplayer rules for Kill Team, conveyor belt cards, and rules for boarding actions, and cards for using Grissel's R&I in Games of Warcry. Excellent stuff. We've got Cypher Lord of the Fallen limited edition. That's some lovely artwork on the front, I do say. So, Cypher has escaped one of the most secure prisons in all the Imperium, and he's now loose with his ragged band of fallen miscreants in the Imperium Palace on Terra. John French pits the most mysterious figure in the 41st millennium against hunting packs of Dark Angels, Adeptus Custodes, and Imperial Assassins in Cypher, Lord of the Fallen. Find out more in this interview with the author. This tale of truth and lie is told from Cypher's unreliable point of view. Will be available first as a luxurious limited edition hardback that's limited to just 2,000 signed and numbered copies. Alright, so that's something to fight over. And we've got Ahriman Eternal. The 4th installment of John French's Ahriman series will be available in paperback next week. The powerful sorcerer searches for Necron time-altering technology to undo past wrongs, while Aldari Harlequins nip at his heels and discord blossoms in his ranks in Ahriman Eternal. And we've also got a French version of that as well. Fantastic stuff. Then we got Knights of Talassar, the Cato Sicarius Omnibus. Ever there was a finer marine in all of the Imperium, Cato Sicarius would be it. Oh yes. Okay, so he's got an omnibus. Cato Sicarius bears many titles, befitting his countless legendary deeds. Knights of Talassar, the Cato Sicarius Omnibus collects 2 novels, 2 novellas, and 2 short stories by Nick Kime into one bumper edition. Immerse yourself in the tales of this high suzerain of Ultramar in your choice of paperback or ebook. Paperback for me. Hate ebooks. Talking about things we dislike thoroughly. Got Skaven here. The Rise of the Horned Rat. I do actually like Skaven. Skaven are ascendant in Guy Haley's Rise of the Horned Rat. Vermin Lords stalk the world that was. The 2 rival kings prepare to face the full force of Queek head takers, the Verminous Horde in the 4th book of the End Time series, which is heading the audiobook next week. Okay, so that's fantastic stuff. And we got a German translation of, what is this book called? Well, I can't pronounce those words. Chaplain Duman and Apothecary Barakil set sail to secure the Flesh Terror's homeworld of Cretaceous, which was being left without a standing garrison during the Indomitus Crusade. German fans will be able to read Chris Forrester's bloody tale in either paperback or ebook format. Also, we've got Horus Heresy Omnibus X. This is in German. 3 blockbuster Horus Heresy novels, Scars, Vengeful Spirit, and The Damnation of Pythos. arrive in one packed volume in paperback and ebook format in German for the first time. Excellent stuff. We got some more stuff down here. Let's scroll up to the top, just like that. Amazing stuff. Right. So that is going to be a pretty busy week coming up. We've got some Forge World releases. I think they come out on Friday. I get a bit confused with those releases, and we've also got the main event, as it were, coming out on Saturday. Do consider, if you're within the UK, checking out my Element Games link. It will give me a slight kickback. It won't cost anything to you, but it does give me a tiny bit of something for the effort, basically. That's all I got to say about that. But I will be personally getting the Typhon from this. I'm going to be heavily considering Wrath of the Soulforged King just for Vashtor himself. I don't think I'll be getting any dice. And as for the boarding patrols, Death Guard, maybe. I'm going to have a real think about this. Anyway, folks, I'd love to know if you're interested in any of this stuff. Let me know in the comments below. While you're down there in the comments below, don't forget to like, subscribe, and indeed hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss any more of those future videos. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.